It was my birthday recently, and I started to think about the past 5 decades of my life and the lessons that they have taught me. I'll be sharing some of these lessons in today's video. Hello everyone, my name is Kola. Welcome back to this side of life. If you're new here, welcome, and thank you all for joining me today. As you may know, I have been in Canada for 24 years now. That is like almost half of my life. And on this channel, we talk about all things around getting older, wiser, living and thriving as immigrants in Canada and in any other part of the world. So let's get into these lessons that I've learned as I've grown older as an immigrant. The first lesson I want to talk about is everyone is different. Life is interesting. Everybody is unique. There's nobody like you in the whole wide world. And pardon me today, I'm going to be speaking a few proverbs in my language. I come from West Africa and the language we speak is Yoruba. So I'm going to be referring to a few proverbs in Yoruba language. And I will provide interpretation for those who do not understand Yoruba. So yeah, everybody is different and everybody's path in life is different. That is one big lesson that I have learned. Even if you all grew up together, there's an adage in Yoruba land that says, that is 20 children cannot be together for 20 years. Things will happen and people will go their different ways and their lives will take different turns. So you cannot be comparing yourself with somebody else. And no matter what happens, especially if you trust God, your path in life will lead to where God wants you to go. And their path in life will lead to where God wants them to go. Another proverb says that we should not look at another person's horse to run our race. Don't look at another person's horse to run your race because their race is quite different from your race. So that's one big lesson I've learned over my life. And with this lesson, I've got to realize that God has a specific personal plan for me. And I just need to be aware of that and let God lead me to that plan that He has for me. And I don't need to look at the other person. I just focus on the plan of God for my own life. Okay, so that's number one. Lesson number two that I've learned is never to look down on anyone. In fact, when you hear the stories of people who are successful in life, many of them started out from nothing and then they became something. The example that really hits home for me is little children. Like I watch and I see children that were children, children that were running around. And then they grow older and you are blown away by what they are doing, but what they can achieve. And I just think to myself, wow. Like the proverb in Yoruba says that, like the egg becomes the cock. And so don't despise people. Just don't think that, I'm superior to somebody or I'm better than somebody, because you never know what can happen tomorrow, how things can change for that person. So yeah, that's another lesson I've learned. Don't look down on people. Somebody may be nothing today, but they may be great tomorrow. And you never know. I mean, it's a small world. You never know where you're going to reconnect with people. And you never know what they may be able to do for you, how they might be able to help you, even though today they are helpless. They cannot help anybody. But you never know what will happen in the future. So never look down on anyone. That's lesson number two. Lesson number three is always do your best and leave the rest to God. Don't be lazy. Don't wait for things to happen to you. Go out and do things. Take risks. Like they say, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I have learned that. If you sit down and do nothing, then nothing happens. But if you want something to happen, you need to go out and do it. Like some people say, start scared. Like even though you're scared, just start it. It's just like me and this YouTube channel. Like in a million years, I would never have thought that I would be on YouTube. But the pandemic happened and I had all this time on my hands. I couldn't go out. So I've always wanted to say what I had to say so that people can listen, because I feel like I hear all kinds of things on the internet. I hear all kinds of opinions. I wanted to put my own opinion. I wanted to put my own thoughts out there to reach people and to impact people for good and for God. And so I started, and here I am today. So yeah, do your best and leave the rest to God. That is another lesson that I have learned. And this lesson pushes me to do things that I would not normally do, to stretch myself, to get out of my comfort zone. And believe me, when you take that step, you don't know what great things might come out of it. So yeah, that's number 3. Do your best and leave the rest to God. And if you're getting any value from this video, please hit the like button, give us a thumbs up, and help us to reach more people so we can grow the channel. Thank you very much. Okay, going on to lesson number 4 is whatever we have been given. It's not necessarily because we are smart or because we are good or because of anything like that. It is by the grace of God. I am a Christian, so I believe that it is not of him that wills or runs, it's just the mercy of God. There are people that are not as smart as you that are doing better than you. And there are people that are smarter than you that are not doing as well as you are doing. And so, just as we have been given, we should also give. We should pay it forward. We should lend a helping hand to people who are less fortunate. We should leave a legacy. I always think when you leave this world, or when I leave this world, which is going to happen sooner or later for every last one of us, what will people remember you by? What would you have given to the world? What would you have given to the people around you? So that is my lesson number 4, that we have been given so much. Even if we have a little, we can always give out of whatever we have. And we should be givers. That is lesson number 4. And the final lesson is that the most important thing in this life is to love God and to love your neighbor as yourself. I mean, this is right out of the Bible. Right out of the Bible. The first commandment is to love God, and the second one is like it, love your neighbor as yourself. So that is one big lesson I have learned. And I think that this is the secret to a better world. Like all these problems that we are having in this world, all these, issues here and there, political, social, and economic issues, all these issues can be solved if we would only love God and love our neighbor as ourselves. Because if we love God, we will fear God, and then we wouldn't do so many things that are wrong with our society today. And if we love our neighbors as ourselves, we will not do so many things that are causing issues between people and nations and groups and organizations today. So yeah, I think this last lesson is really the biggest one that we should really take very seriously. One that really impacts every facet, every aspect of our lives. So yeah, that's it. 5 decades of lessons. There are many more, but I just wanted to share 5 just because. Anyway, if you have stayed this long, thank you so much. That's all I had for today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know whenever I upload new videos. And please do comment down below. Let me know, what are the lessons that you have learned in life? No matter what age you are, no matter where you are in life, I'm sure there are certain things that really resonate with you, certain lessons that really have impacted your life. So let us know in the comment section below. And until I come your way again, until the next video, you go out and make it the best days of your life. Bye.